Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight we have the 1984 classic Beverly Hills Cop with me as always H Boomer and special guest Troy Pacelli from Chicago, Illinois land. How are you, Troy?
Chicago, Illinois land. Yes, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm okay. And how are you, H Boomer?
I'm doing fine. Florida's getting a little muggy. It's that time of year.
So's Alabama, but it is summertime. So
Alabama.
Yeah. You got Snapple tonight, my friend?
No, I have an Arizona fruit punch.
Okay. Troy, I know you got something fancy.
No, Diet Squirt. It's a work night.
Okay. What?
Diet Squirt?
I didn't even know Squirt came in diet. And
Yeah,
what
it's
is
harder
Squirt?
to find. It's
is that like a Mellow Yellow knockoff or something? What is that?
No, kinda. I mean, it's a grapefruit soda. Grapefruit
Oh,
flavored soda.
I might like that actually. I never tried that.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes I need to kind of cool it on the caffeine, so
Yeah, I hear you too. I try to find alternative sodas. Most sodas are not. A lot aren't caffeinated. Most root beers aren't, except for the Barks root beer that is caffeinated. But like Mug isn't, A&W isn't. But cool. So tonight, Daniel, this is it's interesting because sometimes we do a movie rewatch, and like on Troy's channel, I'd only watch the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein like 2 days before, and I think today Daniel only watched this thing like yesterday. So it's kind of interesting.
I watched it. I watched it last week, actually.
Okay, well, that's still new enough.
Yeah,
it's interesting because they've been doing I think it's on Midnight's Edge. They've been doing rewatches of the Bond movies.
yeah.
And they did Honor Her Majesty's Secret Service lately, and they have the one guy that's this is all new to him, right?
Oh yeah, Tom.
And he was not liking Honor Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I want to argue with him. And at the same time, I remember back when I was watching the Bond movies the first time, I didn't like that movie either.
Yeah.
I thought it displaced it. It took me a while to reflect on it and say, no, this was actually pretty brilliant what they were trying to do here. But the trouble was, at the time, I was used to Connery, and they kept building with Connery up to something big, and then it kind of got stalled out, and it was, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Troy, I heard you got a CD in the mail.
Yes, I did. Oh, I'll go on camera. Why not?
Yet?
There we go. Can you see it?
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
I have not had a chance to listen to it yet. It's still in shrink wrap. But this was my late Christmas present from a certain Birdman. Yeah,
that's the live.
yeah,
version?
you know what? You might not have been
the live concert.
They might not have been able to obviously they wouldn't have been able to. John Williams live in Vienna. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm gonna very much enjoy that. Thank you very much.
There's another version available without the clapping and John Williams talking and everything, but I think that one's far superior.
Awesome. Yeah. If you're going to do a live album, going to do a live album, you want all of that,
Yeah. Well, let's see. We got Chris Pease, Utopia, and Melissa Harris is in the house. Thank you all for coming by. Has everyone seen Beverly Hills Cop? First time for anyone tonight?
Oh.
And this was Boomer's pick.
I got to say, honestly, it really has been a while. I don't think I've seen it since the 80s. But,
wow.
Dude,
really looking forward to it.
This is one of my favorite 80s movies, okay? This is up there. Top 10, maybe. The 80s had a lot of great movies in it, though, so that might be hard.
They
but
really
this
did,
this is a good one. This is an Eddie Murphy classic, but the supporting cast is really good, too. Yeah. I don't know. This is what they would call a buddy cop movie, correct?
Opia says this is one of his favorites.
Yeah, I think it's a classic. It's the whole buddy cop thing, right? This was a big thing in the 80s. It was about taking police from different backgrounds. You get two cops, different backgrounds, and you have to pair them together. And we see this all the time in movies. Remember Red Heat?
Yes.
I believe that was about a
James Horner score.
James Horner, that was about an East German police officer teamed up with Jim Belushi. It was Arnold and Jim Belushi in that one.
That was in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, really?
That was in Chicago.
Yes, she was.
Ah.
Yep. Red Heat.
Interesting.
Well, no, it's not like you'd be able to pick her out. She's way back in a crowd shot, but she's in it.
No, I'm in a shot on a television screen in a bar.
Yeah, that's about as small a role as you can get as an extra. Is on the TV in the background at the bar.
Hey.
There's
Well, if you're paying attention, you'll see her, right? I don't know.
If you're watching it with her and she can say, "See that TV back there? They're showing a ball game. I'm at that ball game." Yeah.
Third dot from the left.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. I remember I had I got Undeclared on DVD, which was a series by Judd Apatow, and he was complaining because they were doing a commentary on one of the episodes. He was complaining that you could tell one of the extras in the background was trying to hog the camera, and he's complaining about her. But they were on such a fast shooting schedule because it was a TV show, they couldn't just keep reshooting it, But he was complaining about her on the commentary. Ugh. I know Nanette didn't do anything like that though, but
no, but she does have stories about extras that were dropped from shots and whatnot because of what they were wearing or what they were doing, and she followed the directions, and it was never a problem.
So if I show up to the set with like Christmas lights on my shirt that light up, that's a no-no.
Unless they've specifically said they want someone to do that. No, they want you to be not standing out as possible.
Oh, I got a high, sweetie.
There you go.
Yes. And Chris P., I'm just curious, how old are you? Because you saw us in the 80s, and it's rated R, but back in the 80s, kids got to see R-rated movies.
Let me tell you something. I would watch R-rated movies all the time, okay? That's what cable was for, or if you had parents that might bring you into the theater with them to see the movie.
Yeah, my mom was usually pretty okay with just about everything in R-rated movies. And you also have to remember 70s and early 80s, even PG, you'd have a flash of some boobs every now and again. So there really wasn't a whole lot different. And Mom could not possibly say she didn't want me hearing the swearing because I grew up in an Italian house, for crying out loud. Come on.
Well, if you like looking at boobies, we'll be looking at some mighty fine boobies next week with Basic Instinct.
I'll be looking at more than boobies.
Yes,
That's
Basic
true.
Instinct. Yes, I have to watch that still. I'm going to watch my director's cut of it. Apparently, there's only a minute difference between the two, so we'll see.
It's probably a very important minute.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Just as long as I'm not seeing any dude's junk or anything. But anyway, okay. But
well, sometimes you gotta, take one with the other, right?
I know. Take one for the take. You can't get one without the other. I know, but it's actually, I don't think that would even be allowed in. Oh, actually, in an unrated movie, it might be. That's right. That's the whole point of being unrated. What are we talking about tonight? Beverly Hills Cop. There is no unrated version of this, as far as I know. This has a lot of F-bombs in it, I think.
The very first line is an F-bomb. The very first line.
Yeah, I was talking a little bit before the stream to Daniel. He was not liking the villain as much as in this one. I think the villain in the second one is a little more in your face and scary, but I think the villain in this one works all right. But I think that's been argued. This one's a comedy movie with some action in it. The sequel is an action movie with comedy in it, And then we get part 3, which we don't talk about. Yeah. Though I believe George Lucas does have a cameo in part 3 of all things. Did you know that?
What?
I have to rewatch it, but there's a scene where Axel Foley in part 3, he's in some theme park, like hanging onto a roller coaster or something. He looks down, and I know it's George Lucas looking back up at him. I know it has to be him. Look just like him.
There's a guy at my local Cracker Barrel who looks a lot like George Lucas, but he says he's not. So
he says he's not George Lucas.
Oh, Chris P., thank you for bringing this up. Sylvester Stallone. I think Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if he had a scheduling conflict. I think they were considering him for this, and yeah, they say Sylvester Stallone took the script for this movie and remade it into Cobra. Remember how you and I were talking the other night about give the same script to 2 different directors?
Yeah, and it'll be
Troy,
2 different movies.
Talk about 2 different movies, Cobra and Beverly Hills Cop. tonally completely different. Okay.
I liked Cobra though.
Oh, I like Cobra too. In fact, it's another one of these movies I would argue is a Christmas movie.
Marion Cobretti.
It takes place at
I
Christmas
don't-
time.
I don't think it's a Christmas movie.
What isn't Cobra? Have you seen Cobra? Does it not take place at Christmas time?
I saw it on HBO after 8 p.m.
Oh my goodness! See, you were okay. Now we know the problem here. You were an HBO kid. I was a Showtime kid. We got Beverly Hills Cop. You got Cobra. Okay,
That's right.
Because I don't think
should we start the film?
Start the movie? I guess we could.
Sure, why not? We're starting right from the Paramount logo.
Yeah. I like the Paramount logo. It's a classic. All right.
Crispy, did you get your CDs yet? I'm just curious. Everyone else has got the package that I mailed out on Saturday. Every Cracker Barrel has something that looks like George Lucas? What? Does your Cracker Barrel's got something that looks like George Lucas Utopia? So that's pretty cool.
Well, you're going to have somebody with a full beard and, you know, what, a plaid shirt. So you got to expect that. Yep.
All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, play.
Paramount. And no, it's not going to be an Indiana Jones movie or a Star Trek movie. Because when I think of Paramount, I always thought of either Star Trek or Indiana Jones when I was a kid. You know.
Will the new Indiana Jones have the Paramount? I guess they won't have the Paramount.
Probably not. No, nope.
Brought to you by Disney.
They could have Mickey Mouse show up in the Indiana Jones gear. Never mind. Okay, moving right along. Okay. All right. Martin Brest film.
I'll say this about Martin Brest. He directed 2 films of mine that I greatly enjoy, which is Scent of a Woman and Meet Joe Black.
I don't think I've seen...
Which are nothing like this film.
I haven't seen those. I've seen pieces of Scent of the Woman. I need to... Like I said, I haven't seen everything either. That's why I don't yell at you for not having seen Beverly Hills Cop. I know we can't watch everything. Okay. I will get to say... If you want to do Scent of a Woman, let me know. I'll watch it. Judge Reinhold.
It's a good Thanksgiving movie. It takes place at Thanksgiving.
Ronnie Cox.
Now, last time I had seen Judge Reinhold, I think before this, what was it? He was in Gremlins, right? Was that around this same time? I think
yeah.
He was in the same year. High.
Yeah, he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High with the famous pool scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then he gets fired from his job. I remember that scene too.
Music by Harold Faltermeyer.
Yes. Okay. We want to talk a little bit about this score. For a while, I'd been wanting to get this score, and whenever you get the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack, if you're lucky, it has the Axel F single, which I believe also got a lot of radio play. That was the electronic piece of music. Dun, 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 dun. Well, you don't have to worry about getting caught because I just butchered it, but you know what I mean. It's Axel F. And I was like, why didn't they ever release a proper soundtrack to this? And then I'm looking on eBay someday. Well, they did. And I'm trying to think who put this out. Was this is this Entrada or La La Land?
I think it's La La Land.
I think so. Limited to 2,000 units. I also didn't realize they put out one for 2, which I will have to look into getting someday if it drops a little bit in price. Or if they do a re-release. But, I love these guys. I'm sorry. Now, it's starting out. Now, I would think going in, you already know that Eddie Murphy's playing a cop in this, right? But, if you're just watching this first time, you're thinking, is he a criminal, right? He's dealing with these, who are these guys? Mafia types? I don't know. It's like,
yeah. Well, they have to be. They're Italian, right? So
no, I didn't say anything.
Actually, I wasn't sure about that until I heard him talking.
Okay. I have to tell you, though, he would be If he wasn't an undercover cop, he'd be a great con artist. I mean, he's pulling this off. He knows exactly what to say. Like even the arguing and the bantering back and forth. Look, they stiffed us. They stiffed you. I want my money. Yes. Let's not hassle about it now, because if you give the hard sell, they're not going to. It's going to be harder for them to figure out you're undercover, right?
Right.
Okay. But
I love that. You got to be seeing the background, but it's in the middle of the camera, so 5,000.
How obvious is it? They're in the back of a truck opening cigarettes, and he's holding a big wad of money, and here come the police. It's like, I'm sorry. I don't smoke. Oh no!
Nice doing business with you, kid.
Officers, you know what happened a few minutes ago? You won't believe this. Check this out. This truck, it just stopped, man. Just stopped. You got any jumper cables? Give me a. Don't I know you from someplace? And
he really is a natural,
Yes, he is. And he's saying, "Do I know you from someplace?" So you're thinking, "Oh, maybe they run in."
I like. You notice he grabs the chain because he knows what's about to happen.
All right, the song playing here is
Neutron Dance.
Neutron Dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, typically we talk about scores on this channel, but it is soundtracks with Birdman as well, right? And the soundtrack, we got a lot of good hits on here too.
That was another feature of
Pointer
80s
Sisters.
Films. Yep.
Pointer Sisters. And a lot of times when the scores, sometimes you get scores with songs, sometimes you just get the soundtrack with the songs. Like I think the release for this just had the songs, and then it had a Axel F. The popular one that was on the radio.
Well, I mean, and then look at Batman, where you got, the Prince release songs, and then you got the
soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's good stunt work, whoever's doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know if Eddie Murphy does his own stunts, but that'd be impressive.
This movie was made for about $15 million, and it did $316 million at the box office. That's a good return on investment right there.
Yeah. The two types of movies that get great returns on investments are horror movies and comedies, because they're relatively cheaper compared to other types of movies. People like to go see them. Okay. The trouble is that comedies have, they're on rough times these days. Okay. And horror movies still come out and do well though, but Lucky Strike. I think of Lucky Strikes. I think of the show Mad Men. I think they were going to do an ad campaign for them, and then it went south.
I think of my grandfather. That's all he smoked. Literally till the day he died of cancer.
Do they still make Lucky Strikes, or they?
Sure, they do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
You have to have a. Why is every movie they run into a watermelon stand, and this you run into a car with watermelons? It's like.
I bet somewhere in 1984, Michael Bay was watching this film and thinking, like, this would be better if all these cars were blowing up. Don't
joke. I believe Michael Bay directs the sequel. In fact, who directed this one? I still like the sequel. People, it's not as good as it's fine. It's just more of what we saw, and that's still good.
You mean the third one or the second one?
Second one. I don't like the third one. Okay. Third one, he's not cussing. He's like, no more F-bombs, and it's like, I know you're.
Did they move to PG-13 or something?
I think they did. I think, and that point, he was in his. All comedians, they do this. They start with the hard R-rated comedy, and then they become successful, and then they go into the PG territory. It happens. I think Jim Carrey did it for a while. I don't know. I'm thinking of a lot of comedians fall. That always happens to them. They start out with the R's, and then they go. All right. I'm sorry.
He's got to be pissed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, look, and one of them recognized him. It's like, Holy, we should have known it was you, and he's laughing. Oh, I love his, the chief.
Oh, is he going to be like in every movie we see every week?
What's his name?
I mean, we
Paul,
just
Paul
saw him
Reiser. Paul
in
Reiser.
Paul
Yeah.
Reiser. Yeah, we
Paul
just saw
Reiser
him.
was big in the 80s. He would
Yeah,
show up
he
a lot.
was.
Yeah. He's funny in these. He's
Is he in any of the Indiana Jones movies? We can talk about him again.
he should have been. No, he wouldn't. No, only in it. No, I don't know if he would have worked. Period. But it's funny seeing him in Aliens. All right, you're making it a lot worse.
Thank you.
They're all clapping. Okay, he's annoyed. It's not a secret. Everybody knows about you in the truck. I'm thinking back to Dirty Harry movies where Dirty Harry destroys like a storefront to kill the bad guys. Like, you know how much that window costs? We're getting sued, and they yell at him, and it's like, he got the job done, didn't he? Of course, in this he didn't even get the job done. That was the problem.
True.
It's like, it's not his fault though.
Not his fault. Yeah.
Here we go. Where do you come off going undercover without
Is this the guy that was in Last Action Hero?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Last Action Hero in a while. Might have been. It would make sense, actually, if he was in Last Action Hero, because that was all about the action movie tropes.
Because Last Action Hero, the police captain, he would come up and he would just start like swearing and smoke would come out of his ears, but you couldn't understand him because it was a PG-13 movie and they made a joke about it.
Yeah, if it wasn't this actor, it was based on this type of character. It's always the chief that the cowboy cop is going to give a. In fact, I don't think we ever got to really see that in the Die Hard movies, but I imagine Bruce Willis's character had a chief that he drove nuts too. But you're a good cop. You've got great potential. You think he cusses a lot? This is who played the chief here? Hold on. I'm looking at all the different actors. Oh, Bronson Pinchot's in this. Anyway, though, the big thing, of course, in this is if you guys have money, you can buy the super soundtrack, which was by Harold Faltermeyer. And I don't know why for years I kept thinking the soundtrack was done by Herbie Hancock, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like anything he's done. And then I realized, okay,
this does kind of sound. Oh, what was that?
The dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Was that Herbie Hancock?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe people confuse it with that.
Rocket or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think people confuse it with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Harold Faltermeyer and
he did Top Gun.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
We could do that sometime. Here we go. I'll read the opening paragraph. The heat was certainly on for Eddie Murphy in 1984. The young comedian, a potent brew of loose and live wire energy, was already conquered America's living room in his show-saving stunt on Saturday Night Live. Remember, he was big on Saturday Night Live. Do you remember, Troy, or was that before your time? I do.
That was when it was still funny. Him and Joe Piscopo.
Yes.
Is that a Browning?
Maybe. I don't know. You ever notice how Hollywood refrigerators always look the same? They always look like. Actually, I will say this: movies in this era, they tried to make everything look lived in. I always notice this.
Well, Detroit definitely looks lived in.
Right. It looks like it's lived in and bombed out.
Oh man, I'm telling you, RoboCop is going to happen one day.
Right.
Oh, RoboCop.
Are you sure it's not happening right now?
Yeah, right. This is the prequel.
Probably we're getting there. We just don't. Actually, we do even have robots now. They're the drones and stuff. But yeah, I mean, 10 years maybe. Okay. I remember being terrified of The Running Man when I saw The Running Man. I was seeing stuff in The Running Man, and I'm thinking this could be happening. It was.
Way too many movies that we grew up with turned out to be pretty accurate predictors.
I know. I mean, not everything, but there are things. Even The Running Man, I was thinking, oh yeah, that's like the media
Melissa
controlling
Harris?
all information and what? Melissa
Melissa
Harris.
Harris says this is one of her favorite films.
It's a good one. Now, I think the song playing in the background here, this is the song they always play in the beginning of the Dr. Laura show. I'm feeling good.
The what? The what?
The Dr.
Dr.
Laura. Am I allowed
show?
to mention her name on YouTube, or is that New Attitude by?
No,
No,
Patty
I'm just
LaBelle.
like, wow, you watched Dr. Laura.
I used to listen to her back in the day. She got in a
Okay,
bit of trouble.
that's
with
even
anyway.
worse.
Okay, I'm just saying. I will give her points. She would attack the women as much as the men on there, so she was even.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, my point is though is that the song that song would always pop on there. Okay, that's why I was bringing it up. All right, so this is a good old buddy. Now
He looks a lot like Rick Springfield.
now let's steal a car. That's fine. Now I take it these two used to be not on the level, right? But he became a police officer, and this guy went to jail. Is that what I'm getting the impression from? Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Or at least I find that out in the sequel. He keeps going, I kind of, before I was a cop, I sometimes, because he knew how to hotwire a car and all this.
Well, no, you're just saying. Remember that time we stole a Cadillac?
Yeah. So, yeah, they,
Because if he had a criminal record, he wouldn't be a cop.
yes.
Well, maybe they got away with it.
That, or it's like day camp. Okay, so he didn't get caught, and yeah, okay. Oh, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't tell on them when he got caught, and I think he went. What did he go to juvenile? Something he was talking about. Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, he didn't talk.
We call
I
that
love you, man.
JD. You know, us tough kids.
I don't know. Sometimes the best one to catch a thief is a thief, right? Is an ex-thief. Remember Catch Me If You Can?
Oh, yeah.
He ended up getting hired by the government to find counterfeiters. All right, here are the bad guys. This is where you think the movie is weak, but I think they work. That actor on the right, he was on Breaking Bad. Any Breaking Bad fans here? He's the one who played Gus's henchman. I forget his name.
Yeah. He's a character actor. You've seen him.
He shows up in a lot of stuff.
I mean, what they do to Axel that he's like out cold?
They knocked him out.
Back of the head.
Probably with the butt of a gun or some kind of loaded thing. I don't know. Maybe a sack of quarters. I don't know.
That means he's concussed. The guy could die.
Well, maybe. I don't. It's a movie, dude.
Yeah, I know. In a movie, it's so easy to just knock someone out. And then they wake up in 5 minutes and they're just fine.
Like the joke in that movie Super, where Rainn Wilson dressed up the superhero and he says, and they're like, well, geez, Green Lantern has his green, Captain America has his shield. I'll use a wrench. And he hits someone on the street with a wrench, and then blood starts pouring out of his skull. Because, it's not like in the comics where he hits someone with a wrench. No, you're doing some damage when you hit someone with a wrench. It's like, okay, so he gets shot, right? Okay. Right in front of Axel's apartment, too, so.
Right next to Axel.
Yeah, so this is the point where I'm kind of like, this is cool. Can we get to Beverly Hills already?
Beverly Hills looks a lot nicer than Detroit.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about this movie. Police departments are different all around the country, okay?
That's true.
They're all going to have a different look and a different feel.
I wanted to bring something up for the chat. Everyone who's in the chat tonight. John Williams is conducting in Berlin, Germany. It's like this whole other country. In October, on my birthday, the day after my birthday, he's conducting again, and actually the day before my birthday as well. But the day after, you can pay and you can watch the show online. I don't
Well,
know if you've got a certain time limit or you have to watch it when they actually broadcast it.
Well, that would
But
be.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm
Um,
sorry, I interrupt you.
But before the show started, H. Boomer was so nice to say he would pay for everyone to go to Germany first class to watch the show. Or we could just. I was thinking maybe I could figure out a way to buy the concert to stream it, and we could like set up like a Zoom call for all the people that watch the show, and we can have like a birthday party and Zoom call the show all together.
That I would do. Because I said, even though Aged Boomer was going to be paying, I am still not leaving this country.
Okay, well, thank you. I mean, I was feeling very generous earlier, but yeah, maybe the Zoom thing would be better. Yeah, watching a live concert would be cool. I'll even hook my soundbar up for that.
Okay, so if anyone in the chat likes that idea, holler at me, and I'll try to work out the details on my end. And we can have a birthday party, Birdman style. With
he
John
says,
Williams.
holler at him. Ah, Daniel! Ah!
Leave a comment in the chat. Let me know who's down.
Well, that's
not until October.
Your birthday is in October.
Okay. Zootopia wants to go to Berlin. I like you, Zootopia. I'm all about that. Yeah.
That gives me time to plan out your birthday present. I'm thinking a limited edition vinyl of the Captain Marvel soundtrack.
I don't think that
I said it out loud. I'm sorry, I can't get it for you now. Okay. How about that one where she's like the abused woman in the hole, the room? I'll get you that soundtrack. I'm kidding. Okay. Fendi.
Who would want to keep her against her will?
I don't know. Well, look, let's not. I haven't seen that movie. I need to watch. Oh, here we go. Look, here we got we got Beverly Hills. I will say this movie doesn't waste time. I was just arguing a minute ago. Can we get to Beverly Hills? Oh, here we are. Never mind. Okay, so look at his car.
She's laughing at his car. Yeah.
No, man, she was checking him out. Didn't want her doofy boyfriend. That's what it was. Okay.
Well, there could be something to that too. Yeah.
It's got a dent in the side.
Yeah, that's what you notice. Nothing else wrong there.
I do feel the pacing on this film is very good.
Well, that's what you do. You're coming out to this movie to have a good time. You then watch it on cable about 20 times. That's what you would do back in the day. You could watch a movie over and over and over and over again. Whereas these days, they're 2.5 hours long, and Gal Gadot talking about a wishing stone, and no, it's not fun for me. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And Zootopia wants to stay in a 5-star hotel because he has standards. So I think we all have standards, which is why we watch this show, right? We have high standards. So
I'm sorry,
I'm sure Zootopia has some dinner clothes to wear to the concert, right? He's got a nice dinner jacket.
Magazines, Axel Foley.
Axel Foley sounds like someone who would work for Rolling Stone, though. I'll give him that. Okay. It probably made. Why don't you just give me another room? I'm sorry, sir, but there are no rooms available. No, here we go. Don't you think I know what's going on here? Oh, no. There we go. Here comes the upper manager. He's coming over. It's like, it's time to do an exclusive interview with Michael Jackson. That's good. And he's going to mention it. He's going to can sit on top of the words as long as it doesn't sit in the Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems we do have a last-minute cancellation. Part of me wonders.
See, it worked back then too. Pull the card.
But I'll only
you get
charge
what you want.
Here, I'll give you the suite. Sorry, I got upset. It's probably just jet lag. I understand. What's the rate? $230 a night, sir. Look at his eye face. Fine. That'll be sweet one then.
Yeah, the department's paying for it anyway.
I wonder. No, is he even supposed to be out there? But he probably charges anyway to the apartment.
Probably.
There is a wonderful.
Oh my gosh! Those jackets. Oh, for crying out loud! Look at him. Even
So-
he's like, oh. Because it's true. Back in the 80s, you did laugh at people that dress like that.
Oh man.
Because kids today look at that and go, "Oh, they were
jackets or what are they look like V aliens to me.
Yeah, well, that was a style back then.
No, it was only the style because Michael Jackson wore it in Thriller. In fact, it was specifically designed for that video.
Okay, but I would imagine that in Beverly Hills, maybe people are dressing up like that in this time, maybe.
Probably
because this is the ritzy area. I don't know. You can be eccentric. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is the Hollywood version of Beverly Hills.
Okay, now that's actually kind of cool.
I ain't buying that.
That table is cool.
I'm not buying that.
Yeah, that art piece. Yeah,
that's some spirit cooking on. That's some spirit cooking nonsense.
That would freak me out.
Oh, Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah, I mentioned he's. Oh man. Actually, I got to shut up for him. Yeah, we. It's Axel Foley, and what it's pertaining. Pertaining, what's it meaning regarding? It's like, I'm an old acquaintance of hers. Okay. Ahmed Foley.
Cover this up.
Like a piece of a dog to scrunch up for the customer. It's not sexy, it's animal. I'm sorry. I'm not even arguing with him. It's like, if you something to drink, a wine, a cocktail. I like it. He offers it to them.
A little bit of lemon is good. I had to wonder. He said these lines so naturally. I wonder if it was improv.
Probably. Yeah. Part of that, back then, we didn't realize that there probably was a lot of improv with the comedians, but because the editors knew and the directors knew when to cut stuff out, it doesn't feel like improv. That's one of my issues with a lot of. I mean, I would think I was liking Apatow earlier, but later movies.
The new Ghostbusters movie that was all improv.
It's all improv.
There was a lot of improv there. Yeah,
it happens, and I blame the Apatow style of comedies. Yes.
Now that's an '80s style I like.
Yeah, she looks good.
She looks good any decade.
I've seen her in other things. She was in a Charles Bronson movie, which was actually rather disturbing.
Face the other way again.
Yeah, Lisa Eilbacher. That's her name, I think. Yes. Yeah, she shows up in a lot of movies in the 80s. I feel like she should have been in a Schwarzenegger movie, but I'm not sure if she was. He's dead. He came to Detroit and somebody killed him. All right, here we go.
That's what you get for going to Detroit.
Yeah, but the murderers weren't from Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
But the murder took place in Detroit.
Yeah, because they knew they could get away with it out there. Okay. What was I going to say? Okay.
That is the deepest décollage I think I've ever seen on someone who was actually wearing a top.
His name is Victor Maitland. We're introduced to our villain finally. And he was the guy in the Prince movie you had on the other week. Remember? He was the father in
Oh yeah. We talked about this then. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so let's see what it says in this book if I can read it, since it's little white text on black. That's real easy
trombone, to read. Hold it way out there.
When Harold Faltermeyer was billed to score Beverly Hills Cop, he was already part of the Sampton Bruckheimer family. Okay. Because I'm just, you know what? I'm going to see if I can find this online. I can't read this worth anything. Oh, man. I like the score. Okay. Did I said that? The CD soundtrack. Oh, wait a minute. No, I got to keep quiet. We're getting to my favorite scene now. This might be the best scene in the movie, and that's saying a lot. That's terrible.
It's fucked up.
Look at his eyes.
Yes.
He has those cobalt blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, he did. Good gracious.
Why is he wearing a kimono?
Who?
The bad dude.
Let me see. That's a good question. What is that, Troy?
I don't think it's a kimono. I think it's a
Smoking jacket?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
It seems like it might be a little thin though for a smoking jacket.
Maybe it's a jacket. Maybe if he stood up, I'd get a better look at it.
Oh, it could be a kimono, yeah.
Maybe he's into Eastern stuff, you know? Yeah, that looks like a kimono. But he's wearing a tie with it.
So he's wearing it instead of a suit jacket.
I guess so. Okay. What kind of work Mikey did? Please show Mr. Foley to the door. Oh, look, here we go. I'm sorry.
Actually, technically, you're on them. And now you're off. Now, why do they have to do that?
Why? Because they're the bad guys. No,
it's their window, though.
I like his reaction. They'll probably bill him for the window. What is this shit?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
good point.
They threw me in front of the window. And you see it? Oh, you know what it is? Now the police show. Oh, did you break their window? No, it's like, what's with you guys? I was arrested thrown through a window. I got thrown out of a window. Here's the thing. He's Mr. Cool up until this point, right?
Well, here's the other thing. Why do you pull a gun on someone you just disarmed?
I don't know.
Well, you always carry a backup, right?
I understand the rights. I know this is bullshit. Possession of a concealed weapon, disturbing the peace. I get thrown out of a window.
Yeah.
I like this scene. Now he's calmed down. It's like, this is the cleanest and nicest police car I've ever been in my life.
It's cleaner than my apartment.
It's like, oh. I love the contrast. Now you get to see the Beverly Hills Police Department, and it's like something out of the future. Okay, it's like,
I wonder if their police department is that nice.
I wouldn't surprise me. I mean, let's be. It's like one of the rich. It was at least at that time probably one of the richest places in the country, so they could probably afford to have like the most state of the art police equipment there was. Right? I mean, I don't know. Again,
I gotta stay a while. I ordered a pizza.
Oh, he's such an ass. Oh.
Hey, he kind of has a right, you know.
Why? Because he got thrown through a window for just
well,
asking
because
questions?
they did not assess the situation. They could have saved themselves a whole lot of problem.
I love this. He's looking at his computer equipment. It's like. All right, so we got Rosewood and Taggart here.
Yeah.
Okay. These are a good duo too. Okay, they add a lot. They add a lot to the movie too. It's like you can tell Taggart's old school, whereas Rosewood is more the young. The young. I don't know what the word to describe him. Of course, it's funny. You find out in the sequel, Rosewood owns a lot of guns. Right? It's like he has like a gun collection. We're more likely an important local businessman than a foul-mouthed, out-of-town jerk.
Foul-mouthed?
Sarge, watch your mouth. I mean, bullshit. You want to start some static? Don't push me. He did it again. Punched him right in the stomach. Oh.
Ooh, you're in trouble now.
Yep. I didn't do nothing. He just hit me.
Now, it's interesting this exchange coming up with Taggart and you know, I think this is when Taggart and Foley. I think this is when Foley realizes, okay, maybe I can talk to Taggart because he's probably more like. Look at this. I apologize for striking you. I have no excuse. Forget it. Hector Foley, Beverly Hills Police Department. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you wish to file charges against Sergeant Taggart?
That's some kind of joke.
Some kind of joke. Like, run from cops don't file charges against other cops.
No, I don't want to do that.
Yes. Else we go strictly by the book.
Yeah, he does have a point there.
What?
Well, if you were on vacation, what were you doing?
You had to use the bathroom. Take your gun on vacation? I don't know. I've never been on vacation before. Okay.
Oh boy!
I just got off the phone. Look, he's squinting his eyes. He's my boss. He tells me you may not be very welcome back there. Okay.
I think this is one of the few roles of Ronnie Cox that I actually like the character.
He's not a villain in this. He's not a villain in this.
There is one other I like him in.
Star
He
Trek.
played the president. No, he played the president in Captain America.
Oh, that Captain America.
That Captain America. He was about
Yeah.
the best thing in that movie.
Oh, that Captain America.
That Captain America.
That's
Yeah,
the one
both of you. At different times, it's like, oh, that Captain America.
No, I've seen the 70s one, but you're thinking of the one from what, the 80s or the early
80s,
90s?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
With,
That almost
with
never got released.
J.D. Salinger's son was playing
Yes.
Captain America, right?
Yes.
Oh, no.
With the plastic ears pinned onto the cowl.
That's terrible.
Because I guess they couldn't figure out how to cut a hole into it so his real ears could stick out.
You know, I will say this. I did like the Punisher movie from back then, though. The Dolph Lundgren run. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did like the Dolph Lundgren.
Not bad. I mean, he didn't have the shirt, but other than that, he was basically straight up Punisher.
And you remember why he didn't have the shirt?
No, why?
Because the director said it would be too comic bookish.
Stupid.
Oh. God
Yep.
forbid a comic
That's
book movie
not-
look comic
That's
book.
not even that comic
Exactly.
bookish. You can just pick up the shirt in the store. Come on.
Well, now. Back then you couldn't.
Comic books had a stigma against them back then. Maybe they will. They may. Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll probably get into that more on Sunday.
Yeah. So look, I like this. I'm telling you, this is why you went to the movies back then. In fact, Daniel, you said this was not a summer movie. When was the release date for this? Hold on. You're right. Yeah, December 1st. I kept thinking this was a summer release. This was a holiday release. Okay. I probably saw it in the summer on Showtime. That's why I think it's a summer release.
That's right. Ronnie Cox was in RoboCop as well. And he was excellent in that, too. See, I like him, even as a villain.
Yeah, RoboCop was great because you see you see the criminals from both ends. You know, the white collar and the lower class ones. It's just they're all awful,
and they all get dead.
Yeah, well, as it should be. Yeah. Okay, but cops are following us. Rosewood and Taggart, and then Rosewood and Taggart get taken off, and then they get the other guys on there. Remember them? Which.
Yeah.
Of course, even those two guys aren't so bad when you realize later on, no, they're just dealing with all the BS too. It's.
Now, if they hadn't been made before, they just got super obvious now.
This is so bad. We're undercover. Maybe don't send the two cops that were interviewing him.
Right?
Okay. I keep wanting to read. Anyway. So, do you have the soundtrack, Daniel?
I do not.
It's a good one. You know what? I will do some digging on this. Oh, okay. I love every this movie doesn't waste time. Hello, room service.
Hello, room service. Send up a bigger room.
This is. I'd like to order something from your late supper menu. That's fascinating. This hotel's so fancy. It's got different menus for different times of day. Look.
I'll bet they got Levensies.
Yes. Is it? The cold poached. Yeah, I know. Probably Levensies. The cold poached salmon, right? And the shrimp salad sandwich, right? That actually does sound pretty good. But anyway.
Now that outfit she's wearing, yeah, that is kind of 80s. Those shoulders, the faux leather.
It doesn't look bad, though. I'll say this. I mean, maybe it's just because...
Even the wildest would... Oh, and he sent it out to them.
Yes!
I love that. Yeah.
Yes, this is brilliant.
Yeah, even the wildest styles on women always still look pretty good.
Or getting a ticket right now for jaywalking.
Good point.
Yeah, right. Well, that's not their department, though, right? But compliments of Axel Foley. How do you know we were here? Because I let you drive. Oh, here we go. Buffet plate is $12.50. You get peaches, plums, oranges, bananas. All I need is a couple bananas. Wait, I love this. It's Damon Wayans. Look. Go ahead and take those bananas. I love this.
It's Homie the Clown.
It is.
It's Homie the Clown, right?
I have to say, it's funny, like, when you see, like, more well-known comedians later on, and they have little bit parts in these movies, like, Dana...
I love this, too.
Oh, yeah. The banana up the tailpipe. Have they done this? Can I get some extra mayo? I love how Rosewood takes the sandwich. Get rid of that stuff. Look how he's leaving.
Now, this is... Okay, so what really would happen here, yes, this absolutely would foul up their engine. It would stall. Maybe not that quickly, but yes, it would. But the other thing that it would do, it would smell like you were making banana bread.
Oh, man. It's so bad. I think they asked us to say what they were eating. I had a shrimp salad sandwich. It's I'm sorry. Yes. Let me tell you something. This soundtrack, it'll play like an Axel F on. In fact, let me bring it up on my iTunes here.
I love. Have you seen the Family Guy where what's his name goes back in time and he's dancing to this song?
Oh, really? Let's see. Here are the tracks on it. We got Foley Finds Mikey, Bad Guys, Flowers, Foley Busted, and they're all. A lot of them are variants on Axel F. Though there's other stuff in there too. Okay. And I'm sorry, I want to hear continuous Axel F, and that's what the soundtrack gives you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of the top electronic scores.
People filter it through hot water and drink it.
Oh no, coffee. So they're just illegal coffee racket. What do we think, huh?
Actually, these days, in some places, yeah, that could be a more lucrative than drugs. I mean, it's crazy some of the things that I've heard about that are sold on black markets, and for like I said, prices beyond what drugs go for. I'm like, it boggles your mind. Made me wonder if someone might be out there like smuggling Cara Dune figures or something like that. Yeah,
well, yeah. Like they were supposed to be burned at a warehouse somewhere, and like some.
Yeah.
So those are bearer bonds, right? Bearer bonds were a big thing in the 80s in these movies, right?
Yeah,
They
but there
were.
never were that many bearer bonds.
Oh.
Does anybody know why I can't get a pair of damn headphones to connect with Bluetooth?
Is it
Yeah,
messing
because
up your...
Bluetooth.
I
You're all right there, Daniel?
well, you buy the cheap ones, you buy the expensive ones. It's like nothing seems to want to work.
I don't know what to tell you. Right, I'm watching this with captions, but I do know this
shit,
score.
that's cold.
Axel F. and Trotta review. La La Land Records. No, this is La La Land, dude. Not a... Okay. Yeah, $19.98 out of stock. It ain't going for $19.98 now. I can tell you that much.
You know, actually, the guys from Midnight's Edge did a really good talk about Punisher recently. You like the different incarnations and whatnot.
All right, we were talking about the Punisher. Yeah, I like all three of the movies actually. They're different, but I like them all.
4. I consider Dirty Laundry to be part of it.
Oh, I see. A Late Supper.
We lost the Birdman.
What?
We lost the Birdman.
I know. Well, it soundtracks.
He was playing with his Bluetooth and he got dropped.
Okay. Bluetooth, I don't know. I have my headphones just hooked into the earphone socket.
You know, the Bluetooth, he's just going to have to get to that dentist. That's all I can say.
The dentist. Okay.
For his Bluetooth.
Yes, for his Bluetooth. Okay. Oh, funny.
Got it. You got to expect that it's going to be a dad joke every now and again. Boomer.
Dad joke, yes. That's what Father Day's coming up
It just became the Geeky Geezer show, so we got to, drop back into the routine.
No, because we're having fun. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's cold.
What I'm trying to say is that I realize just how much I'm just starting to hate popular culture.
I know.
For doing this geek, and I'm like, I'm trying to, and I'm sure at some point, someone over there is going to say, let's just try and release something people want to see and people can enjoy and just not get bogged down in this crap. But they're too scared to release anything in theaters. I mean, they're getting better about that. And now we're getting all the leftovers from before. Never mind.
Well, I was just thinking, he dropped the N-word earlier in this movie, and I'm like, you cannot say that in a movie. I don't care what color you happen to be.
He was doing it. Oh, I wanted to bring up that scene. That scene is mimicked in a movie called... Oh, it was that Liam Neeson movie that came out recently. Cold Pursuit, I think it was called, right? And
I was going to say The Phantom Menace, but okay.
No. Anyway, Liam Neeson's in this. There's a scene with like this American Indian tribe who I guess are sort of involved with criminal stuff too, and they go into a hotel and they need a reservation and they need to get a room, right? And the guy goes up there and he goes, and she goes, "Okay, sir, do you have a reservation? Did you just say go back to the reservation?"
Oh,
no, that's not what I said. No, that's not what I said. And then, like, the manager comes out, we're going to cop you guys free rooms. And then, like, they get, like, a free gliding lesson, too, and they're having... It's just funny. It's just...
I love... The one thing that he does that really is believable, when someone catches him sneaking around, he just acts like he belongs there. Or it's just a mistake and he's apologizing. Whatever. He's just bold. That kind of stuff really works,
He blends in. Okay, look at this. I'm Inspector Rafford of U.S. Customs. Flash the badge. How often do people really look at the badge? They see the silver.
And who's going to claim to be that? That's not,
He doesn't need the psychic paper, okay?
Right! He'd make a great doctor.
And what happens is he turns it on them.
Yeah.
He turns it on them. Just like with the other guy in the beginning, the criminal is like saying, no, you're the one that made it, it's not me. And it's like, it lends to his authority here in the situation. He commands the room, basically, at this point, okay? We're security in the nation.
All your wives are going to be here all night.
It's funny. I'm sorry. I think, and we're laughing at the guys he's doing that to. Some of us on the job, we might get taken by that too. It's like, oh crap! It's like, let me get my manager. It's like, unless you are the manager, then you're the one getting yelled at. Okay, well, wait. Is this the point where he mentions the thing about the undigested red meat in your bowels? You eat a lot of red meat. Why would I need to know this? That's one of those Rosewood Taggart moments. Like, those two are mismatched too. It's. Did you get your Bluetooth working, Daniel?
I think so for now. I don't know why it stopped.
Is that your Porsche parked outside?
Isn't it? Would you like to have IRS call up your ass with a microscope? Because they'll do it. I've seen
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of got to be careful because you could go a little too far,
Yes. Okay.
You don't have anything to worry about then. But hey, if you find out whose Porsche that is, you let me know.
Exactly. I noticed you've been drinking a lot of coffee lately.
I think that's why you're having a hard time
relaxing. I want.
Oh, now I know next Sunday when I start one of my rants, you're going to be like, how much caffeine have you had today, Troy?
You know what's funny? In the next movie, his wife left him and like, I don't think you were. He starts complaining. He starts talking to Taggart about what kind of husband he was, and so it's not going well. Stop talking, Rosewood. Look, if you're still mad about the banana thing, I'm sorry. I just needed a little time to myself. I wish I would have saw the expression on her face when your car conked. I'm sorry. Okay. The tenant docked us 2 days' pay. Get out of here.
Yeah, that is kind of BS.
Now, and he feels kind of bad for that, actually, though. I mean, it's a joke, man, like the bananas. Wait a minute. Okay. A fellow police officer sent the food down. That was from the heart.
Yeah.
We're always arguing. All three of us are cops. We should be working together.
What's the second one about?
He's a cop.
Sorry. Something happens that brings Foley back out to Beverly Hills. Okay.
Oh,
and
jeez.
There are evil criminals that are robbing like jewelry stores and like bank and money things. And they're Bridget Nielsen's in it, and she's evil. And like,
of course she is. She's probably Russian too.
I don't know what she is in that. No, in the second one, actually, I don't want to spoil the second one in case we ever watch it. So
hey, Birdman, is that really what strip clubs are like?
I have no idea. I've never been.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Never been. I've been to one once.
Was Dr. Laura giving a gift lecture?
Okay, smart guy. Give her this. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Everyone has to taste the cocaine, right? That's what the cops do. Oh, that ain't sugar, right?
Yeah, it's coffee grinds.
Coffee grinds, okay. Oh, no, wait, that's the sequel, I think, that has the coke. One of these has cocaine in it, doesn't it? Am I thinking of a different movie? Never mind. I don't know.
Yeah, they're hiding the coke in the coffee.
Yeah, I don't think did a thing where he tastes it's not sugar. Yeah, that's in this.
Yeah, it used to be how didn't they try to get it past dogs like that, but it doesn't really work.
I think the idea it's not a terrible idea. You mess up the scent, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't really work. Dogs are really effing good.
Well, that's because their sense of smell is so much better than ours, right? So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
they
And what's really go ahead.
I was gonna say they say their sense of smell is so bad that they like their smell is like our taste buds. Okay, it's like that's what I've heard.
They and this is what's a little bit sad because police dogs, they're very well trained, but they don't understand their role. They think it's a game. It's like, if I find the cocaine, I get a reward, or I make my man happy.
Well, there you go, and well, that works. They get. I think, in fact, I believe I met a police dog at like a school auditorium presentation once, and they made a point that they might give the dog a little treat, or or play with them, play a game with them, like a tug game with them. That would also be like a reward.
And a lot of times when the dogs get retired, their partner will adopt them.
Sure.
Because they get attached. They really do.
That was the plot of that movie, Megan Levy. Actually, that was a war dog in that movie. It was about her trying to adopt him after.
What was that movie set in Australia about the dog that like
A
Red
dingo
Dog
ate
or
my
something like
baby.
that? No, not
one?
that one.
The dingus. Okay.
You didn't see that movie with Meryl Streep? She's like,
I know that one,
dingo
but
ate
that's
my
not the one I
baby.
meant.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like Red Dog or something like that.
Maybe. Okay. I say if Taggart and Rosewood stop this, they should get their payback. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna walk up to someone who's got a shotgun pointed at my midsection.
That's how the police are in these movies, man.
Yeah.
They no fear. They do like I remember Mel Gibson in those Lethal Weapon movies and all that stuff. They do like, hey, would you change?
Yeah, but
man?
he wanted to die. He wanted to die.
That's true. They explain why he did it. I'm not sure why.
And they're the heroes, right? I love that. That's a white supremacist.
Of course, yes. He did this the symbol. Yes, I know.
White supremacist.
I bet we don't see that symbol in movies ever again now because of that stupid prank that was.
Do you know how many times I've seen that on social media, and someone will talk about, doing a white supremacist? I will take that screen grab and I drop it into the comments every single time.
Of course.
Darn white supremacists.
I'm into things like that. Anyway, these two guys waited outside, and the only reason they came in is they saw two suspicious-looking gentlemen with two bulges in their jackets going into the place.
I was watching the show having fun.
I like this.
He's sitting there like, oh, he's never gonna buy this.
They're super cops. They're missing these guys are capes. Is this what really happened?
Speaking about dogs, I was in my monthly Zoom call with Inside the Score, and he made a joke about doing like the top 10 dog film scores of all time. And I said, that's a good idea. I should do that. And he's like, we should. So what are the top 10 dog film scores of all time?
Turner and Hooch, definitely a good score. I don't know who wrote it. I don't remember.
Okay.
Turner and Hooch. I don't. Beethoven, right? In fact, I heard Charles Grodin died recently. Isn't that true? We didn't bother mentioning that on the air. Okay.
I was thinking what White Fang, Togo, Isle of Dogs.
Who did the score to Beethoven?
I was working. You guys messed it up.
So I've got 6.
Randy Idleman.
Randy Newman.
Randy Idleman.
Okay.
Did the score to Beethoven.
Okay.
He fucked up a perfectly good lie.
He did. No one was buying that story. You guys are off the case. Man! Now he puts these two on it. And these two are worse. It's like,
Yeah, I don't like these guys as much.
no. But even I don't end up hating them by the end because I realize they're all of them are just dealing with all this BS
I
red tape
know
bureaucracy.
him from something too.
He's been in stuff, I'm sure. I can't.
I think he was in an episode of Star Trek.
I wouldn't doubt me. Okay. Charles Gross, you know that composer, Daniel? Charles Gross?
No.
He did the score to Turner and Hooch.
Okay.
Coffee and Donuts.
So
I'd like
the journey of Natty Gam. Would you consider that a dog movie? It's got a dog in it.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I remember a dog being in it, so yes. The Amityville Horror has a dog in it.
What are you
Cujo.
looking up like
That's
a
a
list
dog movie.
of
I'm not
movies
look-
with dogs in them?
No, I know this stuff off the top of my head, dude. Okay, I don't need to look anything up. I'm the Wikipedia right here. Okay, you there?
Okay, so we're up to like 7. We can throw Cujo in there. Pet Cemetery. Well, that's not a dog. There's no dog.
No, that's a cat,
Wait.
dude.
It's a cat.
Oh.
Beethoven's second,
Oh,
Beethoven's third.
No, we knocked those out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got.
okay. How about
Wild on my list.
Jurassic Park: The Lost World?
Did you already say Benji, Lassie, Snoopy
Which
come home?
Who come home?
Snoopy.
Snoopy. Was that a movie or was that just like a TV show?
A theatrical
It's a
feature.
film, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It
that
made me
counts.
cry.
You can go to the movies to
Okay.
see it, by the way. Oh, I like this. Even his trunk is dented. It's for a man who claims to be on vacation. You sure look like you're on a stakeout. Stakeout? No.
It's like a picnic.
Oh, he's got a cooler with some. Oh.
Time for me to take in some sights. Man, that car is
It's a classic.
gnarly.
That's worse than Ash's car from the Evil Dead movies. And I think that.
Is that a DeLorean on the street? Did you see that?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Right there. Right there.
Where else would you find one but Beverly Hills? Yes.
In the 80s.
Yes. I wonder if they were able to take that same DeLorean for Back to the Future. I wonder. Paramount, no, that's Universal, but who knows? Maybe there's I don't know. Yeah, it's probably just
Well, usually
okay.
they just rent the cars. There's a car company that owns everything.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they like I said, DeLorean was a. I think I got to see a DeLorean in a car museum once. Very interesting.
And hey,
I
y'all,
know what he's doing. Brilliant.
What's he do?
He acted like the car wasn't working, and then he waited until it was a stale green and then gunned it. Left him behind.
Did
Now
y'all see
he's-
the new Picard season 2 trailer?
Oh,
Yep.
for the love of Pete. Yes, we'll talk about it on Sunday.
I haven't watched it. Is it worth watching or should I just
Yeah,
watch it?
I
You're
think
going
it's
to need
worth.
to watch it before we talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be required experiencing.
I'm pissed because they changed the Klingon flag, and now I got to figure out what's different about it so I can get one.
Let's not. No, that's probably just Q's alternative timeline Klingon flag, which will be erased by the end of the season.
It's right,
I don't
you
want to
gotta
get. I don't want to
fight
get
that.
into Picard right now. I'm enjoying myself, and you're.
I want to get
Like I
into
said,
Jerry Ryan.
it is a
Jerry
Paramount
Ryan.
property, though. Yeah. Well, anyway, Paramount. I'm horrified. They're going to do something with Beverly Hills Cop one day too, or maybe they won't because it has Cop in the title, so that's not. Gonna be
I don't think they would touch this property.
I heard there was a rumor that there was going to be a 4th film for Netflix, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
It's going to get defunded.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Another great bit scene here.
Is this the herpes simplex
Yes.
E or whatever? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. One of these days,
Yeah,
I got.
I love it. Oh,
He completely changes.
right?
I'm looking for Victor Maitland. I have to talk to Victor. Very important. His whole mannerisms. Very Capricorn. Victor, that Ramon, the fellow he met a few weeks ago, tell him that Ramon went to the clinic today. I found out that I had herpes sex. Look at the guy's face. Perhaps you better tell him that. Yes. I think that would be the best. So do I. He wants nothing to do with this.
I'd say they would never put that scene in a movie today.
No. There's no fun anymore. Okay. I have to say, I want to go to a buffet with one of those pigs because I'm curious what it would taste like. Okay. That looks fancy as all get out.
Probably like a piggy.
Well, I know that, but I've never seen like a full one roasted right in front of me. That's like, I don't know. Be curious.
I actually went to a cookout where they did that. You dropped it in the ground and cooked it.
How was it?
It was excellent, actually.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, yes! Yeah. He threw him right over.
Yeah, maybe not here, right?
He wants to kill him. Look, that's the I want to kill this guy right now. Could you teach him to roll over and sit and all that too? Oh, man.
Martin Scorsese was up to direct this film for a little bit, but he decided not to.
Well, I'm glad about that. I like Scorsese.
It would have been totally different. Can you imagine?
He could have done a very interesting
job. Would have been a completely different movie, though.
Like this guy right here could be like Robert De Niro, or could Eddie Murphy be Robert De Niro? Because Robert De Niro would be in it.
I'm trying to think who would. No, Ray Liotta probably would have been the Eddie Murphy character, right?
I'm gonna fuck you up real bad.
Yeah. Listen to me, my tough little friend. Oh, here we go. I don't know from what's. I would say Maitland's a little intimidating here. I know you weren't all that impressed with him, but Daniel, it's the '80s. You didn't have a lot. You didn't have a lot of these big supervillains yet. Okay, I mean, sometimes it was more subtle.
I just wish they would have shown him doing something badass. Because like in Die Hard, because in Die Hard you meet Hans. He's wearing a nice suit. He's talking all smart like, and then he's like, "I'm going to count to 3." And he just shoots the guy just like that. You're like, whoa, this guy's serious.
Because the comedic portion takes precedent over the action portion. That's why you're not seeing a lot of that nasty stuff in this. I would argue in the sequel it is more like that, though. So if we ever get to the sequel one day. But, yeah, I'm not doing this a wonderful score justice. I'm trying to... I'm sorry. I don't like when they put tiny text on black. Okay, I can't read.
I've seen you guys someplace before. You look so familiar.
Here we go. And now we get the big boss showing up, right? That even the Ronnie Cox character is terrified of. Bogomel. I love the names in this. Bogomel. Taggart, Rosewood.
I can't prove it, but when I do, you'll be the first one to know.
What's the easy way to make a character name? Open up the phone book, randomly pick out a first name, and flip over and randomly pick out a last name. Yeah. See if it works.
I used to do that with trying to find dates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just open the phone book and start calling people at random.
Start calling people at random.
Yeah. You got a cool sounding name. Are you single?
Oh no, man.
Are you single? Are you less than 100 years old?
Or if not, do you have a large checking account, and life insurance policy?
Oh my goodness!
Joking, everyone. It's a joke.
Now I'm thinking of there's a movie called Happiness where Philip Seymour Hoffman makes obscene phone calls to random women in the phone book, and it's disturbing. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
See, that's the kind of movie where you see that, and then once you see it from his point of view, and you don't hear what the woman on the other side says, and he just stops and goes, "Lady, you're sick," and hangs up.
Oh, funny. No, that's not like the scene in Black Sheep where Chris Farley's talking on the phone and he's trying to give the sales pitch for his brother who's running for, I guess, the governor, and like he's saying, a lamb, a pigeon, and a duck walk into the store, and then he starts and then suddenly he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you crying? Oh, honey, go put your dad on the phone." Like he was talking to a little girl. I mean, that's Miss Chris Farley. Okay.
Another Saturday Night Live alum.
Yeah, I'm telling you, SNL used to put out so they used to find some good talent on there, and well, things change, but
That's for damn sure.
Here we go. Here's the big boss. Is this the gentleman that broke through Victor Maitland's window? Lord Taggart and Rosemont into a gross dereliction of duty. This is a scary boss to be, think about it, okay? Even Bogomel's scared of him. You notice that? It's like,
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I look up the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack and I get Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, basically the same movie. Yeah.
All right.
Didn't Bruce Broughton do Harry and Henderson?
I think so.
Pretty sure.
Yes, you can.
Let's see. Beverly Hills came out on December 5th, 1984 and became the #1 movie of the year. That's impressive at the end of the year and you become number one.
Yeah.
It held its claim as the highest grossing R-rated movie ever until The Matrix Reloaded. Upended it almost 20 years later.
That's a long-ass time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Film catapulted Murphy into superstardom and launched 2 sequels.
I remember my sister wanted to go see this film, but she wasn't allowed because it was rated R.
Oh, well,
and Eddie Murphy had a foul mouth, as they said back in the 80s.
Of course he did. That's why you go to see it.
And by today's standards, this isn't even foul for like a PG-13 film.
Well, no, to be fair, you're still only allowed 1 F-bomb in a PG-13 film. Did you know that? That's a rule. That's why with those X-Men movies,
because that makes that's okay. I mean, 1 F-bomb is okay, but more than 1, oh my gosh, that is just egregious.
Well, it's almost like you're saying that Hollywood is morally bankrupt.
That's like saying you can see 1 boob, but not both of them.
You'd be surprised. I think there were like rules for nudity too at some point. Oh, here we go. She looks nice, but I would argue she probably makes some decent money so she can afford the best fashions of the time, too. We've been watching a lot of movies with women in good fashions. We did Batman the other week, which I kept thinking, how is Vicky Vale affording all of this stuff on her reporter's salary? Maybe she won a big prize, like a big Pulitzer Prize or something, and she maybe released a book of her stuff.
City? I doubt it.
Maybe she released
Gotham City.
Well, no, but she was doing war correspondence photography, right? So
True.
Maybe she published a book of it. It became a bestseller. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. She must have some money though. But then she was complaining about Bruce Wayne being rich, but she has a very nice apartment. Nothing makes sense anymore. Okay.
Well, there's Rich, and then there's Bruce Wayne Rich.
Yeah, but she had a very nice apartment, especially for like.
You could also argue there's Rich, and then there's Gotham City Rich. Remember, Gotham City is like the Detroit of the DC universe.
He left, and I haven't seen him since. I always thought Gotham City was the Chicago of the DC universe.
Oh, not
that I'm picking on Chicago.
No. Wait a minute. There was something about that. It was No. I'm sorry. It was New York and New Jersey. The back in the 70s, they used to say that in your mind you should be thinking Metropolis, New York, Gotham, New Jersey.
Interesting. I don't know what a major city that was like Gotham. I know that Newark used to be a big city back in the day, but
The Chicago angle is because that's where they filmed the Nolan films.
That's what they did. But yeah, even my dad used to think Gotham reminded him of Chicago. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the corruption and all of that. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it pretty much became that.
So what do you say?
Sophia was thinking Gotham's supposed to be based on Baltimore. That's interesting.
I can see that actually.
Because of the architecture, or
No. I used to watch Homicide: Life on the Street. I could see it I could see Baltimore as being the closest city to Gotham.
And
that makes sense to me.
Now all I can hear is "Good morning, Gotham Town."
Okay. Well, again, you know what? I could see that musical taking place in Gotham. So. Oh, what was that? Hairspray. That's right. Yes.
Yep. By the way, I picked out my song for Friday.
What is it?
Today, or was it today or yesterday? They were talking about the Willy Wonka prequel that they're working on, and Candyman, 1972, Sammy Davis Jr.
Perfect. I love that movie. I love the number in Willy Wonka movie of that too. Remember?
Yeah,
the
British guy.
Yeah,
changes one line that makes the whole difference between whether or not it's the movie version
or Willy Wonka, because he says Willy Wonka makes every. Yes, they must.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking, the line is the in the movie they say something about a strawberry lemon pie, and of course when Sammy Davis Jr. sings it, it's a groovy lemon pie.
Oh.
That's the biggest difference.
I think groovy sounds better, actually. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, that does change a lot. I like Rosewood took the espresso.
Yep.
See, I didn't see espresso like most people do. Okay.
It does set my teeth on edge because
I used to have to catch
Italian,
myself.
So.
Do I say that? And you better start saying that proper. Okay. It's like pecan,
What's
not
wrong
pecan.
with that?
No, pecan is the right way to say it, not pecan. Don't say pecan. You live in the South, you'll get corrected on that. Okay. So here we go. Where was I on this though? But yeah, big deal movie when this came out. Apparently there was a TV series pilot.
Did it go to full series, or did it only ever get a pilot?
No, I never saw it. Did I see it? The television pilot?
Well, did you see this in the theater, Boomer?
No. I caught this on cable. A lot of movies I would catch on cable. I'll put it to you this way. I would get to see movies probably a good amount when I was a kid. But I don't think it would have been. I wouldn't have gone to see an R-rated comedy when I was real little. This was '84. I would have been 7 years old. They wouldn't be taking me to see this.
Wait, Melissa Harris wants me to sing "Downtown" from Seinfeld. What Seinfeld?
That's not that downtown. Downtown.
Seinfeld was a comedy show that came back on NBC.
I think that's a '60s song.
Yeah,
I think that's a '60s song, isn't
Where
it?
all the lights are bright down.
Let's not get me a copyright strike now. No copyright strike.
I don't sing that good.
It could be. Oh, here we go. Here's the scene where he tastes it. I kept thinking it already happened. Look at this.
This ain't sugar.
This ain't sugar. We had a police officer do a thing. Maybe it was the same guy who had the dog with him. And he's like, "No, that's not what you do when you don't taste the cocaine like they do in the movies and see if it's cocaine." It's like, okay, fine.
Well,
Axel
now,
Foley
especially
does.
days, it could turn out to be fentanyl and you're dead.
Yes. Yes.
I wonder why this movie did so well. I mean, it is a great movie, but it's
because it's funny.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
What was it up against this year? 1984 for movies.
I mean, that Christmas, I'm not sure what came out that Christmas. I mean, that summer you had Temple of Doom and Ghostbusters. and Goonies.
Yeah, those were huge.
Yeah,
And
but by
Gremlins.
Christmas, that could be a big part of why it did so well. Because what else was it up against?
What did I see? January to March, we have Hot Dog the movie, which recently got released on Blu-ray. I've never seen it though. Okay.
Only ever saw that on cable over and over and over again.
Yeah, Footloose came out in what? Oh, Hot Dog?
Yeah.
Okay. January is always terrible for movies. Okay. El Norte? Okay. Footloose came out in February. Repo Man came out in March. It's a Spinal Tap came out in March. That's a big one.
I still have not seen it.
Oh.
I just got the DVD though.
You won't be able to stop laughing. It's Peach Dragon got a re-release. Why?
Don't worry about me. We got cocaine and coffee. We'll be fine.
I guess those are stimulants, right?
Yes.
Oh, Police Academy came out this year. Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan. I saw that in the theaters. I must have gone to see a lot of movies.
That's another Christopher Lambert film.
Yeah, my dad was a big Tarzan guy, so he took us to see that, and we saw Romancing the Stone. I don't think he cared for that one. He would have liked that last one that came out. I know people were mixed on that one, but I think he would have liked that if he had lived, because he always got annoyed that they didn't show Tarzan after he was in the jungle, what he was up to, you know. Friday the 13th, final chapter in April.
I love that. He looks at him, at the gun, and then down. You still pissed at me.
Here we go. What's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll try.
The center. We want the center on the hero, though, right?
Yeah.
Got Rosewood.
It's like, guys, I don't care how incompetent you are. At this point, you see what's going on.
Damn it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Yes, he's like... Okay.
Come on. I mean, he sent you a late supper for crying out loud.
I don't want to go so far as say he's Dudley Do-Right. It's more like they're all by the book over there, and if you're not by the book, you get into trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. See, The Natural. They had a lot of movies coming out. Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, 16 Candles, Breaking. Remember Breaking?
Oh, yes. I loved Breaking.
What? Breaking?
Breaking. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in America and Streets of Fire all came out in the same weekend. Oh, my goodness. Or Streets of Fire didn't stand a chance. Okay.
Dead.
Yeah, we get violence, though. You get bullet wounds and all sorts of stuff. All right. You know what? There's enough stuff out there. Karate Kid. This was a loaded summer. Wow. Muppets Take Manhattan. I'm kidding. Okay.
Would you believe I just picked up a 4-pack of Karate Kid movies?
They're good. I like them.
I may actually eventually get around to watching that one with the little kid and the
girl. Oh, you
No.
mean the one? Oh, the Will Smith one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that came. Yeah, that was the fourth one.
Okay. Well, no, the fourth one was the one with
Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank, but then they did a remake. It's not really a remake though, because it's. Did they call it the Jackie Chan character? They should just have it be a similar scenario and just change the names, because it's completely different characters at that point. I don't think.
I mean, they even said this isn't karate; it's kung fu.
Yes, it should have been the Kung Fu Kid. Okay. Um. Oh my goodness! I have to say this, Troy. I'm sorry. Breakin' comes out in the summer. Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo comes out in December of that year.
I liked Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo too.
How does that happen? How do you get the sequel 6 months later? It's like
There
it's like
was
a Back to the
not
Future
a
thing.
lot to it, and I'm sure there was a lot of improv, even the dance numbers.
Okay, actually, think about it. This Beverly Hills Cop comes out December 5th. It's up against Dune.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Dune kind of bombed.
Dune didn't do
Starman.
that
Starman came out that month.
Oh, I love that movie too, but that didn't do so well.
Johnny
either.
Dangerously. Oh yeah, that's the king.
Oh,
But even,
I love Johnny Dangerously.
oh, it's a funny movie. Has a Weird Al song in the soundtrack too. So yeah, no, I can imagine that this was the top movie in that December season.
Yeah.
Man, they just cranked movies out back then.
And they were good movies too.
Anybody watching Black Widow? What, in a couple weeks?
Nope.
No.
I'm not even watching Loki. I did not watch the Winter Falcon.
I am curious to see how Black Widow is going to do because this is a big budget theatrical feature. Apparently, this is not some series. I have a suspicion with these series, they just figure, okay, it's just to advertise the Disney Plus. We can throw it, just hire anybody and have them do what they want, and it's almost reminded me of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I felt like the writers at least cared.
They completely shot themselves in the foot with Loki the way they did getting rid of the EU with Star Wars, because they basically said, yeah, that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was basically non-canon, so that's done. Forget about that. And so now you're going, well, how do we know that anything that we see on TV is going to be canon? So we don't even have to bother with this.
I have to say something, too. This is reminding me of a situation reverse. I feel that Mandalorian premieres and people like it, and that helped boost hype for Rise of Skywalker. Whereas the TV series premiere, and I don't know how well they're getting received, and is this going to hurt Black Widow?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be like the opposite scenario? I don't know. I mean, there are other issues that too. I just want to say
I haven't watched Loki, but I've heard like plot synopsis from people on the YouTube.
I was
I'm just
actually
like, really, this is what they're doing? They're saying that all time has to happen a certain way, and it's going to happen that way regardless. I'm like, you're completely removing free will from the universe. What's the point?
Now I gotta say,
or am I just being too deep here?
You're being too deep.
At this point here, the way he and the other cops are working together, I mean, that's just screw all the other screwing around we've done. Now it's go time, Oh gosh.
I like Taggart. Come on. I'm going to lift you up.
Up and over. Up and. Where are these guys?
This is why you go to the movies. You go to see stuff like this. Come on.
I thought you were going to say this is why you go to the gym.
Well, you go to the movies and you say, I need to get to the gym.
Right.
Because you're making fun of this guy and you're thinking, well, I probably couldn't do that either. I got to get to the gym. Okay.
Yes, Chris P. There is a drawer. There is a junk drawer with the Infinity Stones in them.
Of course, what is it? Taggart's supposed to be the out of shape guy in this, but probably by modern standards, he's just average, right? I mean,
right.
So, Victor Maitland. It'd be funny if they just walked a bit up and the grass gets shorter, the distance gets a lot shorter if they just walked up a little bit, right? It's like.
I think I remember how this resolves itself. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Well, that's not cool.
Yeah, he's not. This isn't Mission Impossible right now. This is.
You saw a piece of the styrofoam that got blown off by the squib.
Oh well, you know what? You gotta spoil the illusion for me, okay?
Oh, okay. Andrew's
I'm the
in
type that
house.
loves to figure out how
Hey, everybody. Sorry to interrupt. Andrew's in the house. How are you, Andrew? I don't know if you've heard, but October 15th is my birthday, and John Williams is conducting in Berlin, Germany. It's like this whole other country, like way over there. And Age Boomer's going to fly everybody first class to Germany. So I need to get your information so we can get you a plane ticket on the Concorde.
Okay. Yeah, on the Concorde.
Concorde? Yeah. Is the Concorde still in service?
No, but Boomer's going to bring it back into service just for the trip.
I think of like Airplane. What was it? Airplane.
Make
5?
Concorde fly again.
Wasn't that one of the Airplane movies? The Concorde, like Airplane 5, not Airport 5, not Airplane. Airport. The Airplane was made.
Concorde 77. I think
don't like
it was.
Terrorists. Isn't there terrorists involved or something? And it's
probably.
But Andrew, I'm going to try to figure out how to, because you can stream the concert online on the 16th of October. I'm going to try to figure out how to stream it into a Zoom call and have everybody on who wants to come on, and we can all watch the concert together. So just bear that in mind for October. And you said you wanted to do Jurassic World, so we still need to figure that out.
I like Jurassic World.
That was the one with Chris Pratt, right? Was that Jurassic World?
That was the one with Chris Pratt. Yeah. He's the star of it, dude. Him and the Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That statue was hollow.
She had an odd career. Like, it never quite took off, and then she finally shows up in Jurassic World. That's a big hit.
Black Slug Bug.
She's done a lot of directing for, like, weird stuff.
Well, Troy has his own opinions on that, but anyway.
On what?
Bryce Dallas Howard's directing style.
What has she directed?
Didn't you say she directed Mandalorian episodes?
Yeah, but she's done like independent stuff, you know.
Yeah, she did. She did just fine.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. All right. Okay. So, do we like the shootout at the end of the movie? I think it's important, right? We get a little action here.
I mean, if you're going to be firing off a gun in the house, make sure you're actually going to hit the thing.
That is a Browning. Is that not a Browning? Can someone look this up? It's going to bother me all night.
I'm not a gun expert myself, but
it looks like a Browning high power.
Of course, I should probably become one, considering. Look at that, right through the door.
Hey, you're in Florida. If you don't have one, that's on you.
I
mean, didn't they just pass constitutional carry there?
I think so. Yeah. No, we're good down here with that stuff. Yeah.
Y'all didn't already have it?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you like his Butch Cassidy and this, I'm going to make you pay for this.
As he's filling the revolver, I like that too.
Here comes the cavalry. Late as usual, right? So would this have worked as a network television show?
I think it could.
The answer to that is no, because I tried with the Lethal Weapon show they made. I like Damon Wayans in it. He was good casting.
I like that. Just as he's dropping the eye contact there.
Yep.
You know, it's like, yep.
You killed my friend. Oh! Hitting the shoulder. There's Victor Maitland.
Yep. And I love that. Because I was just going to say, he's out. I could tell. And what does he do? He's got to replace his clip.
They were paying attention. Unlike Commando. I'm sorry. He doesn't reload. Reload it.
Wait, are you saying Commando's not realistic film?
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Okay. I won't fight you on that.
I'm saying.
Look, I don't mind the whole concept of the Hollywood clip, you know, but sometimes when they do something like they just did there, I got to give them props because that's like, okay.
They pay
that was good.
attention.
Yeah.
I would imagine with Commando, it's supposed to be a parody of action movies anyway, but
Yeah, probably.
it's which nobody understood at the time. They were taking it
I'll
seriously.
tell you what really bugs me though is seeing these Royal Toscano statues getting smashed.
I know.
I know they're probably reproductions, but it's like, don't. Do you have to?
Well, you know what got upset? The horror movie Phantasm 2, Joe Bob Briggs did a hosting of that once, and he says, this movie has the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in a horror movie. It has a 1974 Himakuta flipping over and bursting into flames. And he was very upset about that.
I can imagine, yeah.
He loves that car. He said you couldn't even get insurance for that car, he said. Okay.
I think you got him. And I love the fact that both of them fired for center of mass. You didn't get the headshot. You didn't get the Hollywood. It's like they bothered to do actual police work here, you know?
Dolph Lundgren would have gotten the headshot.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have. And the head would have gone kaboom.
Oh, look, Pinocchio re-release. I saw that re-release in the theater. I remember that.
In 84?
In 84. I think my dad took me to see it, yes.
That's not the one where the blue fairy says, lie to me again.
What?
Never mind.
What are you no, that the original Walt Disney Pictures one, the classic.
They're updating it for the modern era.
Oh, please. Why isn't he in handcuffs?
He isn't actually in custody.
Well, place him in custody, or would you like me to do? I hate.
Would you like to hear my report first?
Yes, sir. Now, I'll say this. Bogomel knows how to BS better than Axel can, I think, right? Yes.
She's like, what? And Foley's like, they got it. They finally got it.
Beverly Hills, Detroit. Yes, okay. Joint. Don't wink. Just
80 kilos of cocaine.
Is that a lot? I don't really understand the whole kilos thing. How much is that?
It's
Can we just
enough
go by
for
pounds?
it's enough for it to be a DEA federal case. That's what's important here.
yeah, 80s was big, just so you know, anti-drug stuff in movies too. You'll see that a lot.
Yeah.
Which they kind of got rid of because I don't know why. Okay. But you know,
Remember,
I don't think people really take. I think now it's all prescription drugs. That's what all the cool kids are doing.
well,
right here.
no, meth is big too. From what I hear, I don't know.
well, you can make that out of pig shit.
Oh, well, that's
Really?
nice.
Ew, that's gross.
You could also
You know
blow
what you can
yourself
make out
to
of
Kingdom
pigs
Come
though?
doing that.
Bacon,
Bacon's
sausage,
nice.
Canadian
I went-
bacon.
I went.
Equally addictive and equally deadly.
I went. Hey, Daniel, I went to Cracker Barrel this past Sunday. I got the chicken fried steak. The
Did you
country
say hi to
fried
George
steak.
Lucas too?
Say hi to. Why would he be there?
Oh,
What are you
come
talking
on!
about?
Have you not been listening to our banter tonight?
I don't know what.
I swear, it's
Oh,
like
What are
Ernie
you
and Bert
how,
here.
how does that relate to George Lucas Cracker Barrel?
Chris P says brings up pork chops. Yes, pork chops.
Is that the joke? Because like George Lucas goes to restaurants where they serve salad.
We were saying at the beginning of the thing that there's
What?
somebody who looks like George Lucas at every single Cracker
that's
Barrel.
right. Well, no, I didn't. No
You're
one's not
such a
not
geezer.
not in my Cracker Barrels. Okay, I don't see anyone who looks like George Lucas. If I, whatever. You know what? Let's get
I'm
back to the
telling you, that looks
soundtrack.
like a brownie. Could someone look this up for me? This is just like really bugging me.
You know, Daniel, you said you were going to have a proper like critical paper on the soundtrack here, and you failed. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
I said that. I was
No.
talking about the top 10 dog movie film scores tonight.
Yes, that's
Andrew,
right.
if you're still in the house, I need the top 10
Yes.
dog
Browning-
movie film scores.
It is a Browning 9mm.
It is a Browning?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I got some information. The original soundtrack album released in April of 1985. Well, gee, way to get day and date release, guys. Okay. Leapt into the top spot on the Billboard charts and with a Grammy for Best Original Score. Look at that, huh? Impressed? Impressed that I could read that. Okay.
Well, I would hope you could read. You work in a library.
No, yeah, I work in a library, and I can tell good printing from bad, and there's bad printing in this book. You can barely read it. I need like a magnifying glass next time. It's ridiculous. Tiny white lettering on black paper.
You did just have a birthday.
What?
You did just
I
have a
did just
birthday.
have a birthday. Yes, I did. Do we sell robes? Money's no object. Put them on top. I need two. That's class. I like
He
this.
buys and gives us these. I want you to think about our friendship when you're, getting out of the tub.
Thanks, Axel. Okay.
So, Andrew, what are your thoughts on Beverly Hills Cop?
I already have 3 of them in my bag.
That's funny. Okay. Aren't you guys gonna tell me the city limit? Okay.
Next week, Andrew, we're doing Basic Instinct. I had mixed feelings about it, but Eric wanted to do it, and I was all about it. So,
Did you watch it?
I only have one feeling about it.
Did you watch it
what
already,
feeling
Daniel?
would that be? Did I what?
Did you watch it already?
I've seen bits and pieces of it over the years.
You gotta
the
watch
best
the whole...
bits and the best pieces.
All right, now. It's a family stream, guys. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Yes, next week we'll have to have a parental discretion is advised warning.
Look at this. Look at this. Freeze frame.
Yeah.
Head to black. That's how it should be. None of this nonsense where I gotta wait for the stupid thing after the mid-credit sequence. And then I get to see Linda Carter show up for some reason. I'm sorry. Am I still ranting about Wonder Woman 84? I'm terrified there's going to be a Wonder Woman 85 like in a couple of years. It's going to be like a year later. Oh. You know what the thing?
I don't know. It did really poorly.
Banana Man is Damon Wayans. Good for him, okay? That's a good credit. All right, who's the one who was in the club? I'm just curious. Anyone in the chat like Beverly Hills Cop 2? Oh, look, at the time I was never really a synthesizer fan in the 80s. It's in my teens, and I was so impressed with Johnny Williams, Jerry Goldsmith, James Horner, Michael Kamen. Yes, but this score, this score is brilliant, okay?
I agree with Andrew. I was not a teen in the 80s, but I really didn't think much about synthesizers until like Hans Zimmer came out with Black Rain, and I really loved me some Black Rain. And then of course he did Backdraft, and I was all about Backdraft.
No, like Tangerine Dream or any of that kind of thing.
No,
really.
Nope.
You know what?
Nope.
I think you don't like Tangerine Dream.
No, I like tangerines, but I don't dream about it.
There's a Warriors rewatch in the future at some point. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
And that's got Kylo Ren in it.
The Warriors? No, it does not.
Yeah,
He wasn't even
I'm
born
telling you,
yet.
it's got Kylo Ren in it. I'm telling you.
You're thinking of that other the actor who played it was in Drugstore Cowboy.
That's Kylo Ren, right?
No.
Right. Come on.
They all
Chuck
look the
BB was
same.
his dad though. Yeah, anyway.
Okay. So it's Kylo Ren's dad? Harrison
Wait a
Ford?
minute. Transportation specialist was Sam Eidelman. That wasn't the guy that did the score for Beethoven, was it?
Probably not.
Okay, you need dog movies, okay?
Yeah,
Lost World Jurassic Park has the
I
dog
don't
in
think
the
that's a
doghouse.
dog movie.
It has
Not a
the
dog
dog
movie.
getting eaten and the doghouse is hanging out of the T-Rex's
That's not a
mouth.
dog movie.
That's
No,
a dog movie.
no,
Yes, it is.
not a dog movie.
I'm sorry,
Not a dog
I'm
movie.
trying to help you out here, and you're dismissing all my suggestions. Let's see, what's another dog movie?
Okay, look, I've got White Fang, and White Fang.
Okay,
Vanity 6. That's right. I'd forgotten about that song in here.
Man's Best Friend with Ali Sheedy and Lance Henriksen. You ever see Man's Best
Really?
Friend, Daniel?
It's a horror movie.
Maybe. Yes.
All dogs go to heaven.
Yeah. Okay. Balto. I forgot about Balto.
Man's Best Friend. I'm gonna tell you who wrote the score for it. Man's Best Friend, of course, is about a genetically engineered super dog that escapes from a lab, but he's like meant for
from
war
China, perhaps.
No, it's
Are you sure?
No. Well,
are you sure?
No.
Actually, I want them to take that Dean Koontz book, Lightning, and make it into a book. Oh, wait, maybe it wasn't Lightning. What was the one with the dog, the intelligent dog, and then there was this other genetically altered creature that was like killing people, and the dog knew when it was nearby. Anyway, they need to make more Dean Koontz movies.
Yes. Joel Goldsmith. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's Jerry Goldsmith's son.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Man's Best Friend. Okay. You put that on your list.
Okay.
He also did the score to Star Trek First Contact.
The Untouchables TV show.
That had a good score, actually. That had a good
Didn't
score.
it? Oh my God!
I did like the theme for that. Yeah.
Crap.
He did video games. That's interesting. He did Call of Duty 3. He did.
I don't think Congo's a dog movie. That's.
Oh,
or are we talking about like Goldsmith now for Congo?
Yeah. No. I mean.
Because you would be correct. Jerry Goldsmith did Congo.
Call the Conqueror. He did Call the Conqueror. I like the score to Call the Conqueror because it's basically a Robert E. Howard character. The guy did Conan, and of course it has like the symphonic thing in the beginning, and then it goes right into the heavy metal music. Yes, that's what I want in one of these. Anyway, okay, and I have the DVD. Apparently, this has been re-released on Blu-ray, but I refuse to get the Blu-ray because it comes in a set that comes with Beverly Hills Cop 3, and I will not own that movie.
Oh,
I don't care if it's part of a set. I don't want it. I want 1 and 2, and that's it.
This is where you and I differ. I will
start calling you Michael.
I will get crappy movies that I hate just because I'm a completist and I have all the other movies in a series.
No.
I mean,
we can pretend things didn't happen.
there's a reason why I got King Kong Lives in my box set with all the other King
That's
Kong
a good
movies.
movie.
Well, I mean,
I'm
Linda
kidding.
Hamilton has 2 excellent points to make about that.
Okay,
movie.
let me tell you something. Joe Bob Briggs, he talked about King Kong Lives, and he says in the one scene where I think Linda Hamilton says, we're animals too, like before the love scene, and he said in the theater that the audience howled at that line, like it was that bad. Okay. Just bad. King Kong Lives. That's where they had the artificial
get down to
heart.
some monkey business.
Oh, that's bad. Didn't they have like an artificial heart? They had like
Something
a giant
like
artificial
that, yeah.
heart. Stupid.
It was
I
a
watched the
stupid,
previous
stupid
one
movie.
with Charles Grodin and Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. That one was pretty good. It's just it's so bad.
Both movies,
Kong
though.
Lives.
Both movies had their topless scenes, so they're both worth it.
Hey,
Jessica Lange and Linda
Hamilton.
Yep.
Daniel, do you like the score to King Kong Lives?
I haven't seen the film and I haven't listened to the score, but
Okay.
I think Andrew's giving it a thumbs up.
Okay, I mean King Kong, not King Kong Lives, the other one. The
Wait, they actually made that? Yes, Watchers. They made it into a movie? I did not
was
know
it
that.
Watcher in the Woods?
See it.
Was it Watcher in the Woods? Wasn't that like a Disney movie or something? Or was that I'm thinking of something else? King Kong 1976. Score done by
John Barry?
John Barry. Well, there you go. I like him.
No, Watcher in the Woods was with David.
Watchers, 1988. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, who's in that?
Know.
Is one of the
Corey
Wahlbergs?
Haim. Michael
Corey Haim.
Ironside.
Oh, this does not sound good. This does not sound...
Oh,
Well,
Andrew,
I have
we did
to see it
Total
'cause I love
Recall
the book.
last week.
Okay, John Barry. Okay, King Kong Lives. John Scott score. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's what's
so
gonna be
you
nice.
like Beverly Hills Cop? You looking forward to part 2 someday, Daniel? Huh?
I would watch part 2, and I would watch part 3 as well.
I'll put it to you this way. I'm going to spoil something. Do you know what happens? Bogomil gets shot, and they don't know if he's going to live. And Axel's like, I got to find out who shot him, and that's why he comes back out to Beverly Hills. Bogomil's the guy, Taggart's and Rosewood's boss. You know.
Of course.
I
You know.
want to make an announcement real fast, everyone. Eric Woods, who's been on the show in the past and will be on next week, his radio show is up for an award for like best radio show in like, I don't know, all the internet or something like that. I'm trying to find the link to it.
Excellent. Good for him.
Quiet the Thing Media 2021 Podcast Awards. There are 3 days left to vote. He's in the music category. Eric Woods.
Can you post the link? Is there a link you can post, or?
I can't do that tonight because I don't have the other.
Oh, you don't have a
tablet
keyboard,
working.
right? You have a tablet. You can't do that. What's it called again, though?
QUITETHETHING Media 2021 Podcast Awards.
Podcast Awards. Maybe I can post it.
Oh, Chris P.S. Eric does a radio show on film scores in Canada. He was on last week for Total Recall, and he was on for Saving Private Ryan. And he'll be on next week for Basic Instinct.
Excellent. Is it quite the Podcast Awards?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, and his name is Eric
Woods.
Eric Woods. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Anything else to add, Daniel? This was my pick this week. So, were you pleased? Huh?
You know, I was thinking I wasn't going to like the movie, but it's got a good pace to it. I enjoyed watching it. I don't regret paying $15 to download it.
Gotcha.
I would watch it again. Like I said, I'll watch the second one. And you want to do the third one? I'm down for that.
Cool. No, we're not doing the third one.
Okay.
I don't know why you want to watch the third one.
Because he's a complete.
It's not good. It's not. Listen to me. I don't go into movies wanting to not like them. Okay. And granted, maybe if you know what the horrifying thing I'm thinking right now, I'm hating on part 3. I'm terrified I would watch it and say that this would be a good movie by some of the standards that have been.
That's
by
the
today's.
problem. He's afraid that he's going to rewatch it and go, "Oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was."
I'm going to say this. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember at the time people were kind of picking on Terminator 3, and I rewatched Terminator 3 more recently, like last year or something, and I realized this is actually a fairly competent action movie. There are a couple low points, but other than that, it's actually pretty good. If this had come out this summer, I would have said this was a good movie.
Yeah, when you compare it to Dark Fate or something like
and
that.
Genesis and all that other nonsense, it was actually pretty competent. They knew where not to take the humor. That was another thing, because they had the scene where Arnold shows up at the Chippendales place, and it's like, and like he shows up naked. Didn't anybody tell you guys have to go around back? You know, and I thought that was funny because it's like you're expecting it's like a repeat of the scene from Terminator 2, And
Right.
then he shows up on stage, and of course they're playing the YMCA song. He steals the guy's get up, right? And he puts on sunglasses, and they're the stupid like
Elton John glasses.
Elton John pink ones. And I was terrified he was going to walk out and wear them. But the next thing he does is he throws them on the ground and steps on them. Okay, because if they had taken it too far and had him wear those, I would not have been happy. Okay, but he they didn't go there. Anyways, okay. What's the name of Eric's podcast again? I found the site. I want to make sure it's correct. Chris P.
Yeah, Cinematic Sound Radio.
Cinematic Sound Radio.
And the website is cinematicsound.net. Did you get it? Guys, everyone got quiet. Okay.
What?
I was waiting for confirmation from Boomer that he got the right page.
Okay.
Oh, for the contest?
Yeah.
I haven't found it yet.
Okay. Cool.
Well, while you're doing that,
look on the blog.
If you don't mind,
Chris P just posted a link. Thank you, Chris P.
Thank you, Chris
there you
P.
go.
He saved the day.
And if you don't mind, I'm gonna real quick plug that if you guys want to laugh and point and find humor in Troy trying to sing, you can catch me over on Latino Slant, 7:00 Central Time on Friday, just before my 9:00 drunk stream, where we will be talking about Indiana Jones. In fact, I'm going to have a couple really suave guests on that night.
Yay!
These guys right here. And
yeah.
yeah. You just keep looking for the website there. And if anyone is interested in a copy of Alita Battle Angel, that drawing is going to be happening on Saturday on Big Al's channel when we rewatch Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But if you are interested, you need to get over to last week's stream on Netters Network and leave a comment and say, yes, I would like a copy of the Alita Battle Angel DVD because I do not stand by in the presence of evil. And speaking of Big Al, and he shows up. He shows up. There he is. We were just talking about you and your rewatch of Close Encounters of the Third Kind on Saturday.
And H. Boomer and I will be crashing that party as well.
God, you got a busy week.
I do. I told my mother, I'm like, I'm on 3 shows this week. And she's like, oh, that's a lot. And I'm like, yeah, sounds kind of like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
I'm on Close Encounters this week, too. Yes. Oh, by the way, Troy... which Close Encounters are we watching?
The Third Kind.
No, I know
the
that.
Third Kind.
But
not the first kind or the second kind. We're watching the third.
Different cuts. Is it the theatrical?
That you're going to have to ask Big Al. I have no idea.
Because there are like 100 different cuts of that. I know there's at least the expanded version and the theatrical version.
Big Al, what version do you have? How many minutes? That's how we're going to know which one it is.
I wonder if I have access to both. I think I do. Cool. Yeah, the movie that Daniel said didn't match up to the score, but we'll talk about that more on Saturday, right?
Yeah, for me, Close Encounters is the original pressing of the soundtrack. That's Close Encounters.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it's like I hear people all the time like, oh, well, the book was better than the movie. You know, that's exactly how it is. The soundtrack is better than the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of have some problems with the ending of that movie. But
I'm going to be screaming at you two on Saturday. That's what's going to be happening here.
Okay.
How do you not get tears in your eyes and get emotional at that ending? I don't know.
I do when I hear
when a guy abandons his family and leaves his wife and kids.
They were the problem, okay? Not him. We're going to get into it on Saturday, okay? Sometimes
dad.
sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it is the world. Okay.
You know, he's
Okay.
eventually going to come back, and that kid's going to grow up and stick a lightsaber in his chest.
Can I be blunt? Based on what I saw,
Like you aren't always.
You can say whatever you want on the show. I
the-
don't censor anyone's speech here. You're
here
free
we
to
go.
state your
Here's
opinion.
what I'm gonna say. Those kids were little shits, and I don't care. There you go.
Well, who was the father? Just saying.
No. You know something? This is no.
Kids don't raise
they're
themselves. When they
innocent. They're
do,
innocent.
that's how
Okay.
you end up with that problem.
We're gonna have we're gonna have fun on Saturday. I just know we are. Okay. All right.
Teach your children well. Blah, 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 blah. Hippie,
Andrew, are you
dippy.
agreeing with me on Close Encounters here? Back me up, man. Come on. Oh, yes. And then Andrew, Conan the Barbarian soundtrack, better than the movie. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay. You mean Destroyer soundtrack? Better than the movie.
That too.
I'm gonna, something. You need. They're joined at the hip, dude. Okay. Anyways.
And you know that international, that intergalactic music that they play to communicate. I prefer tater tots.
You're thinking that's what they were saying?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. There's a fight coming Saturday night. Okay. We're gonna get Al on my side. I don't know. Okay. All right. This is just.
Andrew, I just made you a moderator so you can drop links in the chat now. And Troy, will you say something so I can make you a moderator?
Oh, you mean like put a comment in there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Hi.
I have voted. All right. Let's.
And don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Don't get me a copyright strike.
You flatter me. There's no way that the YouTube algorithm is going to recognize my caterwauling as anything like singing.
You know who I felt very, very, very flattered this week on my Zoom call with Inside the Score, because I've been after him for like years, like 2 or 3 years, to do a Conan the Barbarian video, and he just won't do it. I don't know why. I don't understand. But anyways, I said I've been planning a video on Conan the Barbarian. I need to figure out how to do the editing, but I'm gonna do the first 30 minutes of Conan the Barbarian versus Conan the Destroyer, compare and contrast. And he said, well, I'll just watch your video and I'll learn everything that I need to learn from you. And I was like, wow, because you've got a master's from Yale and a bachelor's from Oxford.
Yeah, how do you think you did that? By reading Cliff's notes.
Okay.
What I meant was, he's got a master's in music from Yale and a bachelor's in music from Oxford in England, like over there. I've got like degrees in like liberal arts and criminal justice and political science and pre-law. I know nothing about music, but I felt I was very touched that he said he could watch a video that I would make in the future and feel like he would learn everything he needs to learn. I was very touched by that. So it made my week. That and all y'all showing up
I
tonight.
really do believe this though. When you get an education, you're given all the data. Here it is, learn it. Whereas when you are truly, truly passionate about it, you go and you research and find it out for yourself.
Yes. And yes, Conan the Barbarian was a better movie than The Destroyer. Although I do enjoy Conan the Destroyer score. But yeah, it's not on par as Barbarian because one, the orchestra wasn't as good, and two, the movie doesn't have as much music in it. It's like half missing.
Was I grousing on the Destroyer stream? I think I was.
So what you're saying is that 2011 movie was your favorite? That Conan movie, 2011.
With Aquaman?
I'm making a joke here, man.
Okay, yeah.
You're supposed to go, no,
Aquaman.
what? That is blasphemy.
Oh, that one. Here's the deal. I wanted to like it. I like
We
the
say
fact
that about a lot of movies these days.
I
don't
like the
we?
fact that Rachel Nichols was cast in it. I was like, yay, and well, never mind. It didn't come together. No, because the way they were advertising it, like this is full on R rated. You're gonna get the blood, the guts, and everything you want. Okay, and I'm like, yes. And I thought he looked the part. At least if you're going by those Frazetta paintings, he kind of looked like Conan. But yeah,
Wasn't one of the charm girls in that movie?
Yes, Rose McGowan was in it. She was like an evil witch girl or something. She was like this. I don't know.
That was probably her last Hollywood role, right?
It might have been. I don't know if I've seen her anything since. Actually, she was on a season of Nip Tuck as well. I also saw her on that. Yeah, remember Nip Tuck about the plastic surgeons?
Yes. I really, really do. Yes.
Chris P, was Rachel Nichols, was she in G.I. Joe? Did she play Scarlet? Am I remembering that correct? Anybody?
I don't know.
I
know that
saw G.I. Joe.
She's not a redhead. We have the same birthday.
What was she? I know what's her name was in G.I. Joe, the Selena Miller, is that her name?
Yeah.
But I think she was playing the Baroness. I think she was playing
Baroness, yes.
But I don't know if maybe Rachel Nichols was in it. It strikes me as a kind of movie Rachel Nichols would be in, but yeah.
She was in Rise of Cobra. She was also in Star Trek 2009.
Yeah, she played one of the green women.
Oh, that's her. Oh, okay.
Yes.
But her skin's not really green, Troy.
No, it's not, but she has a birthday on January 8th, so that in and of itself is enough reason for me to
her big her big claim to fame was that show Continuum. You didn't see Continuum?
No.
It's a science fiction series.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's like, hey, he's Italian from Chicago. You know him, don't you? No, I don't.
Continuum is about it starts out in the future where everything's horrible and the corporate Congress runs everything, and then a bunch of terrorists from the future get time travel to the past to prevent all these people from taking power, like in our time. And Rachel Nichols gets caught up on it, even though she was kind of working for the system. She's trying to stop the terrorists because if not, her son won't be born. Do you understand? She has a son in the future, and it's one of these things where I'm almost sympathetic with the terrorists, considering how awful the future is, but they're still the adversaries. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting show. Okay.
Oh, that's why it was on Sci-Fi.
I thought it was interesting when the terrorists actually achieve their ends by making sure the corporate Congress doesn't come to be, something worse happens. And it's
well,
I'm not going to spoil it anymore.
That's how time travel works. You know, that was another show that was doing really well, and I found it very compelling, and then they just dropped it. 12 Monkeys, the series.
Yeah, it kind of reminded
pretty good.
It kind of reminded me of a 12 Monkeys scenario because these were people from the future living in modern day trying to change or one was trying to preserve the future, or else their son wouldn't be born. And the others were trying to stop it because it was a horrible future.
And that actually is a perfect example of what I was talking about in my time travel series, where I was saying that when you establish the rules of time travel, as long as you remain consistent within your own film or franchise or whatever you're doing, you're fine. The original 12 Monkeys film established you cannot change anything. If you try, it's not going to amount to anything. You're just going to be a part of the past. You're part of what you're trying to change in the first place. In order for them to do a series, though, they had to change that concept. So history could be changed. So that's almost the only thing that they changed. That, and they gender swapped what's his name? The crazy one.
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt's character, yeah. And I thought that of all the gender swaps I've ever seen, that was the best.
Okay.
The best casting I've ever seen.
But yeah, Continuum, you may want to check that out someday. It was pretty good. It had a good ending. It followed through to the end, and it actually had
ending.
Had an ending, and the ending made sense for the show. And I'm not going to spoil anything else, but it was interesting because, again, like the terrorists are bad guys, but are they bad guys because you're sort of on their side, but you don't agree with their tactics, but you agree with what they're trying to do. Do you understand?
4 seasons, though. That's
of
a
what?
bit of a commitment. The
No,
show
you
has
don't.
to
You don't have to watch it now. You can watch it whenever you feel like it. I'm not going to be on you.
Well,
We're
it's
not doing
like
it. We're
I'm
not doing
opening
it.
the other browser. Oh, I gotta watch
It was a
right
Sci-Fi
now.
Channel series. Okay, it was a Sci-Fi Channel series, but it was actually, don't hold that against it. Okay, and I think it was a Canadian production. You can kind of tell.
You're saying it was better than like Frankenfish.
Yes.
Okay.
Frankenfish rewatch next October. Right?
Oh God, no! Please.
That would be a funny thing for you to do movie rewatches in October. All these terrible sci-fi, like the Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Or
Oh
something.
God, yeah.
With Tiffany. Tiffany was in that, and like the
that might make
submarine-
it worth it. I like Tiffany.
Yeah, she's in it. She's in it. And then there's the Sharknado. I haven't seen that one, but that had what's her name
God.
from the American Pie movies? Just no.
Allison Hannigan.
No. The other one. The one that was I don't want to use
One with
that
the
word.
whipped cream on her jumblies.
The one who was a bit of a I don't want to be mean. Okay.
Oh, Tara Reid.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
her.
Tara Reid. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Yeah, that's no. Probably not. No.
Okay. Anyways, okay, cool beans. So Basic Instinct next week, right, Daniel?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. And then
Eric Woods will be on for that.
and then
and-
what?
I will definitely be in the peanut gallery for that one.
Okay.
Well, you know what we're doing in 2 weeks? Did you mention? Oh, because you're getting Suri in for that one, right?
Do what?
In 2 weeks' time, what are we doing? It was
Basic Instinct 2.
Do what?
never wasn't it
Yeah.
Star Trek? Were we going to be one of the Star Treks at some point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sir
yeah.
Ian's coming on. We're doing Star Trek 2. Chris P's coming on for Star Trek Insurrection. Fan Man's coming on for The Crucible.
Oh, okay. Okie doke. Okay.
I think that's everything I've got for right now. Yeah.
We should definitely have Troy on for one of the Star Treks. I think.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be Star Trek 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I have the score to that
I'm
one
gonna-
too.
Do you have the complete score or just the
No,
standard?
just the what I got from digitally. 'Cause
Yeah.
okay.
And Trada just released the complete score.
They did.
I
Two
only
disc
have the
set.
scores. I only have the scores on cassette.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not.
Cool. Well, you have to crank out the Walkman. I'm sorry.
I know, right?
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you everyone for coming tonight. Thank you, Troy, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I super appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. I'm always just thrilled anyone shows up just to chit chat, hang out, and hopefully we all learn something by the end of the evening. And it's always very touching. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to try to figure out how to do a Zoom call with the concert in October. I just need to get everyone's information and send you the Zoom information. I think I can do it if I share the screen on the Zoom call. So I'll figure that out. Let everyone know. Like, it's not till October. I just need to figure it out. Have a good night to you too, Zootopia. Again, thank you everyone for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the show. Adopt, don't shop, and keep listening to great film scores. And we'll see y'all in a couple of days. Good night.
Cool. Good night, everybody.